A little better. Alright, you guys. We live. Got my light set up. I don't know how good it's doing. Right now I've got this light set up on my drill battery. Light actually came from Aaron the DJ. Hey, Vanlife and Brandon's here. How you guys all doing today? Try and prop this up a little better. Hang on. There you go. There you go. Something like that. How you guys all doing today? So today I figured it was kind of on and off rain. It was raining really hard there earlier, so I figured we'd do a quick, Q&A, hangout. It's Friday, long weekend. See how you guys are all doing. I'm doing good, slowly getting my van repairs done. Nice, Brendan. I thought you ran out of power. Nope, definitely didn't run out of power here, Vernon. But I tell you what, I've ran Starlink like consistently for probably 4 or 5 days without an issue. Second I plugged this bloody laptop in, boom. Now I need to charge. So I got the laptop unplugged right now. We're sitting at 86%. Let's see how long we can go, and then if I need to, I'll plug it back in. But this thing really sucks back to juice, boy. Any luck on the transmission? So no, unfortunately not. A Patreon member of mine, though, Ben, came by yesterday and brought me up to Pick and Pull, which was awesome. First time getting to meet him, which was really cool too. And we went up there with 2 transmissions in mind for a possibility, and still we couldn't find one. So, but I did see a bunch of new vehicles that I haven't seen there in the yard before, so that means there's a decent turnover rate. It's just about me keeping on, going back and getting the right one when it comes in. Do you have heat? No, I currently don't have heat. I've got a weighted blanket here, and that's what's been keeping me warm. I can idle the van, but yeah, I can't move, so it's jerry cans back and forth if I need to. I recently found out that I think my fuel gauge is off because I idled this thing for like an hour each day for close to a week without getting fuel on the gas light, and still I only just ran out yesterday, or today. Was that today? Yeah, it was today. You haven't been in my feed recently. Glad you were still out there putting your new home together. Yes, I'm trying, Terry. I'm trying. Right now it's just a search of the transmission. Mobile again. Got the tensioner and serpentine. Nice. Good to hear. Hey, Lisa. How you doing? How you doing, Danny? Check back. See who's all here. 33 in the house. Awesome. Mindful Forest in the house. Bad Mouse. Alan. Vernon's in the house. Leanne Webb. Kim's in the house. Nice. Good to see you guys all here. Trying to figure out how to remove my passenger seat without messing up my airbags. I'm not sure what you mean by, does your passenger seat have airbags? What kind of vehicle do you have, Terry? Sean. Hey, Bruce. How you doing? We're here hanging out today, Figured I'd catch in with you guys and see how everything's going. I am putting a video together, but I didn't want to make the transmission like a 75-part series of me trying to find one. So I figured I would just hold off right now until I could get some more further motion on the van build, and then kind of include that into a video. Woohoo, I caught the live. Donald's Road Trips, how you doing? 28 here. What is it there? What is it here? What is the temperature here? I'll check the weather thing. Yes, Chevy Express 2020. There's airbags in the seat? Or you must mean the airbag sensor, maybe. Tracy's in the house. Maybe if there's a fuse for the airbag, and if so, pull the fuse, then remove the seat. Hey, Brandon was thinking. So right now it's 9 degrees here, mostly cloudy. Pimp juice in the house. Thank you. Bland. At least it's not cold out. Blankets help. Yeah, blankets definitely help. Last few days I've been kind of hiding underneath the blankets with the rain here and there. I'm in a glass case of emotions. I'm wearing my East Coast hoodie lifestyle tonight. Nice. Good to hear. Yeah, I like this thing. It's nice and warm. Dap's diary in the house. Hey, Bruce, and chat. Bruce Lee, Spooky's in the house. Lou, it's 91 degrees over here in Orlando, Florida. I wish. Yeah, I got airbags in my seat too. I know this because my doggy ripped out the wire. Ooh, that could have been bad. Holy smokes. I didn't know I had airbags in the seat. I don't know if that's my brain can't picture how that would save someone. I would pull those out of there too. My vehicle, currently, I pulled the airbag out of the passenger side dash, and it provides like a nice little compartment I'm going to use in the future for like storing stuff. I will also remove the passenger or the driver's airbag in the steering wheel because I want to put like an aftermarket steering wheel on there. So yeah, I'm going to be crossing that bridge soon too. Yeah, I got there. And the problem is the connection critical thingy needs to be complete circuit from what I understand. I wonder if you could just loop the wire then and put a fuse in between maybe. We'll try it out. Yeah, well, hello everyone from Australia. How's the weather there? Easy life. Hey pal, how are you? I'm hanging in there. Lisa, you still got snow, Bruce? No, thankfully, no snow for the last little bit. Don't say the S word. We're hoping that we've seen the last of snow. Yeah, you know why I call you Bruce Lee? Not sure. Bruce Lee, I always watched Bruce Lee movies growing up, though. I had like every VHS. My van is closer and closer every day to being roadworthy. Nice, good to hear, Daps. And me as well, you know, each day we get done, it's a good day. Without completing circuit, without the completed circuit, my Chevy dealer said the side airbag would not work. Really? Yeah, I wonder if you could just put a fuse in there and kind of complete the circuit. Maybe even an on and off switch. Hey, dude. Hey, old Vangel's here. Hey, dude. Saros and I will be up in Canada late June. Hope to come visit you and the gang. That would be awesome. Heck yeah. Sarah knows where we live. Of course, my cam's done. That's get a cooking. Nope, no cuckoo yet. I did cook up some moose recently though. I'm gonna actually throw that into a video as well. That was so delicious. I got some left too. QQ, how much to complete rebuild the transmission to be effective in the van? What is that an option or is my nope? So rebuilding the transmission in it currently. I've sourced out somebody that could rebuild it that I trust. They could do it for 2,000 everything new. With that being said, all of the research that I've done recently We're gonna get a lot of new transmissions here. Um, all the research that I did recently shows that the max torque rating on that transmission is 380 foot-pounds. The max torque rating on a small block Chevy is like 380 pounds. So it's kind of that transmission was always destined to fail in a sense. Um, I wouldn't, I don't, and I wouldn't spend the money on rebuilding a 4L60E, if that makes any sense. I would rather switch to a different style transmission, something a little stronger, something that I would more want. And with everything that I've looked up, um, the transmission that I want to put in there seems to be everything lining up for it to happen. It's just come from me. It's just up to me to find the truck with the transmission. So if I can find a used 4L60E, because I'm locked into pick and pull current the credit right now, the in-store credit baloney stuff. Yeah, if I can find a used automatic 4L60, I'll try it. If I can find the transmission I want to put in there, I'll put that in there. Is it May long? Found a cool van with a manual transmission. It's open on the roof with a tent view on the scene. Nice. Heck yeah, man. Bring back the manuals. It's still May long, so still possible, yeah. Chat jump. Some of the older systems you can jump with the right resistor. How are you doing, Junior? Hope you're well. From Victoria, Australia. Cool. Thank you, Heather. I'm doing all right. Doing as good as a guy can do in first gear. I can see you fighting. What? I can see you fighting, doing karate. Your next karate master. Yeah, like karate master. Was it the knuckle? You got it. That right. Easy life. Bruce Lee, how you doing? How do you get food and get gas? You currently working? Thank you. Good question, Spooky. Currently, I am parked very close, like within 5-minute walking distance, probably even less, to Walmart. So it's easy for me to get food. Thankfully, on that part. What was the rest of that question? How am I getting gas? So currently, I just ran out of gas for the first time, and Mr. Blur thankfully ran me up with the jerry can to get some gas for that. I'm currently not working because I can't get to any jobs with my transmission being stuck in first gear. So right now I'm full-time YouTube. Everything, everything's YouTube work right now, kind of, since I can't get to any of the jobs. I do temp agency work mainly, so it's kind of just call in and then they'll send you to a certain part of the city. But you need to be able to move, right? So. Question: if you were able to find a transmission in the States, how much do you think it? I think it would cost as much to rebuild the transmission as it would to ship one from the States, honestly. I've had a few people suggest that as well, but yeah, just for a replacement automatic, that automatic in particular. If anybody knows like automotive stuff, there's always a joke around GM saying like, "Oh, they got weak transmissions." That's the one that they're talking about, the one that's in my van. So I'm hoping to be able to just get rid of that style of transmission for the transmission I'm going to put in this van. If I can find the right truck with all the pieces, I'm going for an NV 3500 5-speed manual transmission. And that will make this van a 5-speed manual van. And well, I don't know about anybody else, but when I think of hot rods, I think of manual. So yeah, cat's out of the bag. But if I can find a used 4L60 one piece made in '96 at Pick and Pull before I can find a manual, hey, I'm putting that in and getting on the road. That's my main goal right now, is to get on the road. Um, with that being said, the manual transmission swap that I'm thinking of is pretty well. I think it's going to be like $100 or $200 more than the automatic transmission would be at Pick and Pull because of the slave cylinder and the clutch pedal and stuff. But yeah, it's not going to be much more than the automatic transmission, and it's still a lot cheaper than rebuilding this automatic transmission and possibly having to go out in a year or two anyway, because they are known to be weak transmissions. Good question, Lynette. Thank you. 96 van, right? Yeah. She's a 96. Had to buy a worse year. But I love her, so we're going to get her back rolling again better than ever. QQQ, what is your plan for the summer? If I can get rolling, my plan for the summer is to work my bloody butt off and then save money, put it into this van, build a nice cool hot rod while also trying to hit up car shows that I can in the area, and then hopefully save to run away this winter. But if we don't get to be able to run away, then I'm gonna spend the rest of the winter focusing on building out the best hot rod van. So one of these summers we're getting out, or one of these winters we're getting out of here. Eating, being stuck stationary. Yeah, being stuck stationary really sucks. Especially when you're a van lifer, because it kind of feels like you're back in sticks and bricks for a second. Especially right now, I got a sidewalk. I got a sidewalk. It feels like I'm in a sticks and bricks house. Full time you, Bruce. That's cool. Full time YouTuber. How do you like being full time YouTuber? I can hear you get a certain amount of subscribers. They have to pay. Yeah, so I currently get paid a little bit from YouTube. It's not a lot. On a good month, I can pull like $400 from YouTube. Thankfully, I'm an extreme minimalist and I don't need much to live. So sometimes I can live on that, but as for trying to build out a van, that can get very difficult. You gotta spread them pennies. But once I can get back rolling again with a working transmission, I'm going right back to work, and we can fund this van build big time. I'd love to go full time with YouTube. But right now, it just really doesn't pay enough to be full time YouTube. So I'm still having to work my summers. But one day, maybe when the van's like fully hot rodded out and we're going to car show, maybe then I'll be full time. Kim Hoffman, maybe check our Edmonton Pick and Pull. Funny story, Kim. A friend of ours in Edmonton, Prairie Gypsy Vanlife. She was at Pick and Pull in Edmonton searching for me, and she found one, and they were pulling it out. So it's just the case with these transmissions. Anybody who has one needs another one because they're garbage. So anytime that style transmission comes in, with it being kind of specific, everybody's going to be all over it. If anybody in the hot rod community knows, it's almost like when an LS pulls into Pick and Pull, that puppy's the first thing gone. Hell yeah, hot rod equals manual in my mind too. Exactly, automatic just don't seem right. I've always been more of a fan of manual transmissions anyway. And it gives me something to do. When I'm driving, I really like, being in control of the vehicle. Have you been healthy lately? No bad days. They come and they go with my stomach. They've been okay lately. They've been okay, but I haven't really been doing too much either to exert myself. Going from full to like winter, being locked into a van. Now I catch myself even laying out in the grass, trying to move around as much as I can, while also, not being able to go anywhere. I'm trying. Hey, Bruce. Smile. Keep smiling, bud. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone in charge of the economy should be fired immediately before the half country goes dumpster diving for food. Amen. I don't know nothing about that. Vernon, nobody got a transmission around or on Facebook. So I have searched Facebook. Right now, Vernon, I'm currently locked into Pick and Pull in-store credit. But I have been searching, other ways like Facebook and stuff. Even though I don't have the money for it, my funds are stuck into Pick and Pull right now. But I have been keeping an eye out, and I still, even online, Vernon, I haven't found anything. This transmission is just kind of specific in a sense. Like I got 1 year older, didn't work, and I'm a little nervous to go 1 year ahead. Honestly, I'd like to just get a direct replacement or just go manual. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I think a hot rod manual van would be really cool. And it's been one of my dreams forever. So, Lynn, hey Bruce, hey everyone, how you doing, Lynn? Spooky 400. Wow, that's awesome. Fully hot rodded. You gotta get a low. You gotta ride low and slow. Imagine shave my head and get a bald head, or shave my beard and head bald. Mike the Paint Guy, if you talk to him, he might help you paint that beauty. That would be awesome, man. If I ever go to paint the van, I'm definitely going to that guy for advice or maybe possibly help. When it comes to that point, that would be brilliant. I'm definitely going to reach out. Lynn, go manual, right? That'd be so cool. Vernon, hey everyone, hit that like button. Bruce, you think you would ever? Bruce, do you think you would ever do like a high-paying gig on a boat or something to make a ton of money to fix your van? I've worked on boats. I've worked on up in Fort McMurray and seismic and stuff like that. I've done road construction where I make a lot of money. Yeah, I would, yes, and also, it would just be for that. So, yeah, I would, yes, but yeah, I'm really trying to keep my eyes open and kind of mind open for a company that I can work with, where I can grow with my own kind of potential and stuff. That's my hopes. If I can find a company that would be worth working with for, I'd be there. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
What's happening?
Hey man, Aaron's here.
Aaron's here? Nice. Aaron the DJ's
Hi
here.
YouTube family, I love you.
So Aaron and Matt, Mr. Blur, are here. If you get a manual transmission, all of us is going to help you buy new tires every 2 weeks. No, Vernon. I know that's what everyone's thinking. If I do go manual, I'm going to be just shredding tires left, right, and center. That's not my goal in going manual. I'm not trying to go manual to hurt the van. I'm going manual so I can enjoy it, driving it calmly. I've always just loved, grabbing each gear. That's my thing. It makes me feel like I'm in a race car no matter what vehicle you're in.
That is not very nice of you.
What?
Hi, Bruce.
How you doing, Aaron?
For Mr. Blur to come interrupt you while you're doing your life.
It's all good. But yeah, Vernon, that's my plan with that. If we go manual, that doesn't mean we're gonna be clutch dropping every day. I just want to go manual because I prefer it. I don't. It's not gonna.
You live?
Yeah. Come on in.
Really?
Come say hi. Aaron's like, your lifeline?
I told you.
Go ahead, say hi.
No room. You took out my chair.
Say hi, Aaron.
Say hi, buddy. How's everybody doing?
We're doing all right.
Had I known you were live, I wouldn't have come to bug you. But I brought you a coffee.
Hey, that makes up for
right?
it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
He didn't bring me shit.
No, I didn't. He's a figment of your imagination.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually exist. He's a blur.
What did Ben say there the other day? He's like, I'll just tell everyone that his face is blurred in real life. Yeah, you're good.
Right?
Just watch that corner on that side. It tips a little bit. Other than that, I noticed that, and I was like, I gotta put a piece of floor in there right away. Yeah, we're talking transmissions, and I'm doing a Q&A basically.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? Just kind of catch up. Rainy Friday, so but it's a long weekend.
How long?
How long?
How long's the Chinaman? Yeah, that's his name. It's not racist. It's his name.
I'll be back. You do it.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Bye, YouTube family.
Sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat here. These guys. Okay, I'm just gonna jump right down. Mr. Blur, the Candyman. How do you get along working? How do you get along working on a boat if you can't swim? Well, that's why I'm not currently working on a boat. Yes, that was like one of my big reasons for leaving Newfoundland. Actually, growing up on an island, you'd think I'd learn how to swim. Nope, still didn't. So I know my limitations. I can't swim. I can't even float. I've been in swimming lessons. Still can't happen. We ain't gonna try. So yeah, in the end, I just ended up working on the docks, unloading the boats, but still. Water and me, not a big fan. I mean, I'll do it. Don't get me wrong. But when everyone else knows you can't swim either, they're like, "What the hell are you doing out here?" Hey, Bruce, how are you and everyone up there, the little community doing? We're doing all right. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you find a transmission sooner than later. I know, right? Ugh. It's almost 2 months now that I've been looking for this transmission. And that, like I said, that allowed me to do some time and some research along with Patreon members helping me out with the research and many other people. It's been great with having a community around. There's some things that you just don't know until you talk to the right person, and having the confidence of so many people saying, yeah, this would work. It really feels good. So, it takes getting some used to when you see the blur face in real life, right? That's hilarious. Well, hello, he is broken. So nice to keep him afloat. What transmission do you have again? So Vernon, I have a 1996 4L60E one-piece automatic transmission. What I'm looking to switch to is a NV 3500 5-speed manual transmission. Now I know that they did a number of different versions of that transmission as well, but what I'm looking for is basically a Chevy 1500 pickup truck with 5-speed manual. If I can find one like that hasn't been kind of dug into too much, then I'm ripping everything out. Clutch pedal, master cylinder, we're pulling everything. And as far as I know, even the drive shaft is a 32 spline on both of the transmissions, so I won't even have to replace or get a new drive shaft. It'll slide right in, which is that comes with all the research that I've been doing. I don't want to if I'm going to customize anything, and it turns out that switching to a manual style, the MV 3500 from the 4L60 is a lot easier than going from the 4L60 to another automatic transmission, say like the Turbo 400 or the Turbo 350. I'd have to get a different drive shaft. That alone is almost half the price of a rebuilt transmission. I'm trying to avoid that at all costs. So I'm looking to get something that's kind of like a direct bolt-in replacement. And if I can't find the 4L60E that no one else seems to be able to find, then if they do, it's blown already. Then we will continue looking for a manual. So that gives me two options anyway. For the last month and a half, I only had one option to look for. Now I have two, so it kind of opens up the range a little bit. Your skin and bones, you definitely can't float. Yeah, exactly. Don't get close. I don't even take baths, man. I take a shower. I ain't drowning no way. Is the audio off or is anyone? I just came back and it didn't fix. Very weird. Check on my end. No, everything seems to be good. Oh, everyone else can hear me? I know to a lot of people this transmission stuff probably sounds like a lot of wah 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 wah. Believe me, I'm with you. You know, I'm so ready to get past this stage of the van build. It was an unforeseen stage that kind of we fell upon, but we're gonna get through it. Um, Chris V96 Camaro has 4L60E. Not sure if they are one piece or not. 96, it was probably the one piece. I believe so. That's another spot that you'd be able to get one from as well, possibly as a 96 Camaro. Maybe a few of them at Pick and Pull. Oh my god, no. Heck no. There ain't no Camaros at this Pick and Pull. In neither yards. If anything nice comes in like that, it's gone right away. I wish, because I'm telling you, if I seen a Camaro and she had a manual and she had a 6-speed, I'd be all over that. I see some big muscle car guys sink like a ton of bricks too. It's kind of freaky. Their own body. Not sure. No, like I can totally relax into the water. Like I've got no problem. I know I'm gonna drown, so I'm not gonna go deep enough to make myself drown. But even in a shallow water area, I can totally be calm and I'll still sink right to the bottom. I'm one of those guys that doesn't need to hold a rock and I'll walk right across that river. It's true, done it. I have seen some big. It says a 2000 Chevy Trailblazer has this. Yeah, it does have the same transmission, Vernon, but it's a 2-piece transmission case. And that's a little different. The speedometer is probably on the wrong side. Maybe the sensor might be different. There's a lot of differences when you get through the 90s 4L60s because they were phasing out the 700R4 transmission, I believe it is, and then phasing in the 4L60E. And then throughout the 4L60E's beginning life, basically, it had a bad run of just defaults, or I guess just it wasn't very good. I think over the years they slowly improved it. Once they get into the 2-piece case, the one that you're talking about is probably the better version. But unfortunately, with my engine being an older engine, the Trailblazers came with an LS style, and I have the 5.7 Vortec, the small block Chevy. So that means I would need an older transmission. I can't. There you go. Aaron the DJ. Aaron, you're live. Hey, Robin. I got a little bit of old kung fu movie thing going on. Heck yeah. Kimberly, hi from San Diego. All the best on the van. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can feel my legs cramping. Coffee. Want to know a trick to Tim Hortons coffee? You ever feel like you can't get enough out of the lid? There's 2 little holes on the lid. I usually use my key and not a full-on knife. If you just open those holes up a little bit, oh yeah, you get a good drink then. Tim Hortons high. Oh yeah, that's a better one. What's the weather like today? So today is kind of on and off rain, actually. It's not horrible. Alberta really needs the rain right now, so I'm not complaining. And right now I don't have a transmission to put in, so let it rain, I say. It's nice actually hearing the rain on the roof sometimes, except for when it really rains down, because it gets loud in here, Even for talking on camera. I was talking on camera at one point. the last few days they were filming, and it started raining down hard, and I was like, well, I guess we'll take this up again once the rain stops, because I can't even hear myself. His mouth is catching up to the sound now. Oh, Newfiness must be coming out. Talking fast. P.S. I had a heart attack this past day. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds really scary, having a heart attack. Wow. I hope you're feeling better. Where your friend went drink that tequila coffee, can you imagine? If this was tequila coffee, I would already be down with 2 sips in. Aaron, I think he just went back to his truck. I'm gonna catch up with him in a few minutes. I just wanted to pop on here and you know, catch in with you guys and do a little Q&A. You guys have any questions? I know a lot of right now is kind of transmission questions and stuff like that. But that's a part of my life right now, unfortunately. As much as you guys don't want to hear about transmission stuff, believe me, I'm living with the issue for the last like 2 months. I'm done with researching, hearing about transmissions. Once I get past it, if I don't hear about another transmission specification after, I'll be happy. But right now, dealing with what I'm dealing with, this is what I gotta do. Have you seen Mark lately? No, I haven't seen Mark lately. I'm sure he pops up every now and then. Me and Mr. Blur are having a coffee. Nice. They're right behind me, just having a coffee. How are you able to keep so positive? You're an awesome person. Well, thank you. I don't know, really. It's just kind of, I don't know. You just kind of, there's no point crying, if that makes any sense, Crying's not going to help out a situation. Being upset with, even I get upset. Shit, I bust my knuckle when I'm working on a vehicle, or if I can't find the right transmission. Heck yeah, I get upset. But realistically, 10 minutes or 2 seconds of anger can cause like hours of work. For example, I got frustrated with having a pile of stuff inside my van when I was working on it the other day, or like probably a week or two ago. It started to rain a bit, and I was just like, oh man, the wind was fighting me, and I'm like, I'm done with today. I'm firing everything in the van, and I'm done for the day. I started firing stuff into the van with a little bit of rage, and threw something, touched my wall, and I got a little tiny ding. See? Now I'm gonna have to work. It's gonna take that little ding out of my van. It's not a big one, like not even noticeable to the little things that are all over the van in a sense. But I notice it, and I know I caused it. So getting upset with yourself or getting upset at all, it really doesn't help too much of a situation. What was it 50 Cent's quote? He's like, I didn't run because I didn't have nowhere to run. What color are you going to be painting your van? Matte black, glossy? Ooh, that's a question I've been, debating for a long time too. It's probably going to end up staying like a blue. But growing up, me and my dad had a S10. It was like an '89 square body one. We had a little S10 project going on. Growing up on welfare, we didn't have much money again to put into a build or a project. But we tried. We tried for a couple years. We ended up painting the truck midnight blue, and ever since seeing that blue, it's had my heart. So with the van being blue already, we might even go in that direction. I wouldn't have to repaint all the moldings and all that funny stuff. I do like blue. Blue is like one of my favorite colors. But I really like that dark blue, like a midnight blue with a little sparkle in it. Ooh, just looks nice, man. What's your speaker system going to look like? The most badass stereo system anybody's ever had in a van. That's what it's gonna look like. Well, until Mr. Blur gets his system going, and then that'd be second. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We got 3 amps, we got 2 subwoofers, like freaking 9 speakers going in this puppy. It's gonna be a lot of wiring. That's one of my biggest feats right now is trying to get enough wiring to get everything ready so I can insulate and stuff. I've got like 9 light bars to go on the roof from aux beam. I've got I'm gonna need wire to extend where I need the switches to be and stuff. I got like 9 speakers going inside. I got like friggin' I think it was like 8 lights. There's gonna be a lot of wiring. Little coming time. Right now, I got Aaron's little string light hooked up to my drill battery. That almost just fell and hit me. Stay. Yeah, we're doing fine. Yeah, it's gonna be a really cool. Like when I had the stereo system into the white van at the back, that thing pumped. On this van, we're planning to put it more in the middle of the van, so we won't feel it. Best thing I ever heard when I was younger. You have to cry. You have to laugh at yourself, otherwise you'd cry your eyes out. Yeah, we do that a lot around here, man. I'm telling you, when we like mess something up or whatever, we just giggle at ourselves because it's like, well, no one else did it but me. Cross-thread a bolt or something dumb goes by. It's like, ah, oh, hey, Donald's in the house. Lynette, I got a ding in my car recently. I swear it wasn't my fault. Oh, those are the worst, aren't they? You come back out and you're like, I know that dent wasn't there earlier. Bruce, you got stickers yet? No, unfortunately not. My hope was to get the trend, get moving and then get working much earlier in the summer than I am right now to be able to fund the stickers and the website and everything like that. Unfortunately, with the transmission, still not being replaced, everything else like that is on hold as well. The website costs money, the stickers cost money, everything like that. I mean, I could go to some like cheap, sticker company like a lot of other YouTubers do, but I care about you guys and I want to have good quality stickers. My sister's been down in Newfoundland trying out different stickers. We think we locked in a good company to work with. Now it's just coming up with the funds. I'll get that when I get back to work. Midnight blue, that sounds cool, like a cool color. When the sun hits the paint, it basically it does change color. Like at night, it's like a sparkly black almost, and then when that sun hits it, you can really see that deep blue. Oh, I fell in love with it. My dad's friend painted it in a garage for us, and man, if it can come with half as good looking as that thing did, hell yeah. But there's a lot of like body customizations that I want to do before we even get close to painting. So I just enjoy Bruce. Thank you. I'm a real boy. Do you ever get bored? Do you? What was that question? What do you ever get bored and what do you do? I get bored absolutely all the time. I go stir crazy like you wouldn't believe. A lot of that's something a lot of people don't talk about in van life, especially during the winters, is how headstrong you have to be. Being stuck in somewhere such a small space for so long with yourself. Not a lot of people could do that. You really have to know yourself, and if you don't, you gonna get to know yourself, right? So yeah, it's a I'm thankfully, I know myself and I know who I am in a sense. So it's just a lot of good conversations with myself, I guess. I do a lot of YouTube editing and other stuff like that to keep my mind busy. That's really what helps me is with the editing and stuff. I enjoy the editing part of creating videos. All the other social media stuff I'm not really a fan of, but I do because it helps keep me busy as well, right? And right now, with not being able to get to work and being a full-time YouTuber in a sense, I'm on here a lot, right? So even the 24-hour live chat on Patreon, going crazy. I've been posting like every single day on YouTube memberships, and I'm trying to keep everyone up to date as much as I can on YouTube itself. So, yeah. Can you play an accordion? I can't play. I can play the spoons. That's about the only instrument I can play. Clickety, clickety, click. It'd be worse if you were stuck in a van with other people. Yeah, can you imagine? I've been there too, spooky. Bruce, do you read books? If so, what kind? Sure, yeah, I read books. That's been the only book I read. No, realistically, I have a real hard time reading. Um, with all of answering comments and emails and stuff like that, it's really been helping me, with reading and stuff like that, and speaking as well. But yeah, I don't read books in a sense. No, if it ain't a movie or it doesn't have a pop-up book, I don't know if I would be interested. Bruce, what are or where is Red Deer, Alberta? Red Deer, Alberta is in between here and Edmonton. If I could, Bruce, I would send you some follow. Thank you. It's totally fine. Um, in a way, I enjoy like kind of earning it through the video views. That's the reason I have my super chats off as well. YouTube takes a major cut of that, and I don't feel it's right to you guys for them to take such a huge cut, and without you guys knowing it. Not many people talk about it, but for me, I feel like it. I feel better if I'm earning it through the views. How long How long have you let your hair and beard grow out? I've let my hair grow out like crazy a few times. But my beard never too much. It's getting to the point where it's getting on my nerves now, actually. So once I can get to a shower, I'll. Bruce. Maybe I do watch a lot of podcasts. Jason Kelly. I do watch a lot of podcasts. So I guess in a way that's like cheat reading. But yeah, Bruce, do you know if Turtle's bus is getting fixed soon? Hopefully, yeah. So currently he's off helping a friend, so he's busy during the days and stuff like that. But we will be getting on his turtle very soon. He's waiting for a couple more gaskets to come in. He needs the intake and the exhaust manifold gasket and possibly a carburetor gasket. If not, we will just make him one. But yeah, just kind of the parts waiting game, same as myself, right? We're gonna be rebuilding his van, switching out my transmission, but such is life, waiting on parts. I was just kidding. You're all good. Robin, do have B. You meant do have PayPal. I do have PayPal. I do have PayPal if that's what you're asking. 59 in the house. Awesome, you guys. Oh, yeah. It's a good coffee. Thank you again, Aaron. All right, you got 62 in the house. I like it, you guys. I like it. I know this one was a little bit of short notice. Like I didn't really give a huge notice for it. So I think I might do another one, maybe even tomorrow or the next day, another live stream. Hopefully have some more updates. I'm hoping to try and get back and forth to Pick and Bowl in between then as well. So we might have some more updates if we can find one. Transmission so easily. Sure. What you mean? Don't forget to hit that like. The van that is here. Oh, Canadian Tire commercial. That's funny getting a Canadian Tire commercial when I'm parked right next to Canadian Tire. Oh yeah, the coffee dripped out. Got a hole in my chin. Yeah, I got that to PCT Taylor. A week ago. Okay, wow. Wouldn't you make more money from posting regular videos instead of memberships? Thinking ad revenue. Possibly. I do a lot of things that not a lot of normal YouTubers do, simply because I'm running this channel how I want to run it. I'm not running it in a sense to catch an algorithm or please anybody. It's my life, so it's just kind of what happens. I could be pushing a lot of social media stuff more. I could do a lot of things, but I just believe that sharing my story is what I want to do, and not really. I'm not in it for a profit. The fact that I can make money from YouTube still blows my mind. Um, Even though it's not a lot, it's still something, right? And it's a start, and it's this much. It's a little glimpse of what a dream could be, you know. And now it's just about kind of chasing it down, right? Like I think I'm into YouTube like 3 years now, and I can get a income of like 300 or 400 bucks if I really push videos, or if the videos do really well. Either way, but yeah, it's just about time, being consistent. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can. I would really love to do 3 videos a week. That is like my scheduled goal. But with times where I'm just sitting around, not being able to move anywhere, there's not really a lot going on. So, if you guys want to sit here and drink coffee with me every single day, which I don't think it'd be fine for a little while, but after a while, it's gonna be like, what's going on here? And also, I'm dying to get back working so I can fund this van build. There's so much I want to do. Um, and you guys seem to like the work videos as well, so it kind of works out good in that sense. Like, if the video does well about me working, then I get paid from working that job, and also the video kind of helps get me paid in a sense too. So it's like a double win when I do go to work, which is quite nice. It's almost like a little tip. Can I have your phone PayPal? My PayPal is in all of my links. If anybody ever needs email address, any of my links to PayPal, Patreon, I think I even stuck my Instagram in there. They're all in the description of every single one of my videos, and they're also in the about section of my channel. Even in this live stream, if you click on the title, I think it is on mobile devices, you can see the description, and you'll see the link in there. Oh, my legs are cramping. I've got one more week till I get hired from the temp agency. Have any of your temp jobs got you a full-time position? Every time I go to a temp agency job, I love to work. I love working hard, and like, listen, the more I can move my body, I feel good, right? So every job that I go on to, every company is trying to hire me on. With that being said, I am trying to hold off for a company that I feel like I can be used to my full potential, right? Like a hot rod shop, maybe down south. If someone like that sees me, sees my potential, maybe even wants to sponsor me or even hire me to go down there and work for them, brother, I'd be gone, right? But I've worked a lot of jobs just for income in the past, and you just working to work sometimes without a goal in mind. Sometimes you're just working to work, and I'm working towards my dreams and my goals. I've gotten distracted many times before with other jobs, and I'm really trying to stay focused on this. I've completed a lot of my life goals before, walking across Canada, getting my family up from Newfoundland to Alberta. That was a life goal of mine. Boom, knocked it off the list. They went home. Now I'm up here. Let's continue the second goal of my life, which is to head south and work on hot rods and enjoy life. Let's see. But that's really cool that you're getting hired on through them, man. That takes a lot of time. I know a lot of people who have gotten really good jobs through the temp agency. They get a bad rap because a lot of people go on there, and no joke, they are on drugs. We've seen them sometimes, right? We work with those guys sometimes. So when they see someone who's willing to work, they're not just there to get something and then they're not going to see them for 2 weeks. That it's really what they're looking for. And like I say, for me, I enjoy working. I love working hard. So any job site I go on to, they're like, "You need a job," and I'm always like, "How long is it lasting?" Evening Bruce, how goes the hunt? Navigating the destination. How you doing, brother? Still hunting, man. Still hunting. Can one of the mods list his PayPal? Oh, thank you, Van Nut. Sorry, you guys, I'm just falling behind on the chat. Thank you, Van Nut, for that. I appreciate it, brother. Oh, by the way, your video kind of reminds me of one of some Japanese movie Asian. That's hilarious. Have you thought of getting a van? You trying to say right now I got a trailer, Spooky? Papers, whenever you get a chance, look up U Joint Off-Road Colorado. They are located in Colorado. Check them out, see if they think you might. Yeah, that would be cool. Heck yeah. Yeah, autocorrect gets me every time. Bruce Lee. Whoa. Yeah, your info is in your description, but you don't check your Instagram or email. I do check my I do check my emails every day. I check my emails every single day. Even a lot of emails end up getting sent to the junk for whatever reason. But I my junk mail as well, just to make sure I don't miss nothing. Instagram, it's social media, so I'm not really a big fan of being on there. But if anybody needs to get in contact with me, email's the way to go, or YouTube membership, comment, whatever. I read everything. I try and read everything. So yeah. What's the fire situation going on? I don't know. There's no fire around here, so I heard up in Fort McMurray it's really bad. But we got some smoke the other day, but it just blew past us, thankfully. Hopefully, get some more rain, take all of that out. Jason Kelly, I live in Colorado, where they're located. Does the 97 S10 have the same transmission? They do, Vernon. However, the 97 transmission, there's a little difference. The length and a few other things that are a little different. That's why I'm looking for a 1500 pickup truck. I know I've watched a few things and read a few forums on guys trying to use the S10 transmission, and it won't work. Or if it does work, it's not going to line up where you want it. Just had Amco due to transmission in my Chevy Express 120K for $4,500. Yeah, so have to have a good emergency fund. Yeah, especially if you're getting someone else to replace your transmission. An emergency fund is something I don't ever have. I try and have it. I really do. I really try and have it. But without making a bunch of income all the time, sometimes you just need it to eat, right? So, or your bloody transmission blows up. I meant a pet. That you ever thought about getting one? Yeah, absolutely. Every day I think about getting a pet. And thankfully I got some really cool van life neighbors who have dogs as well. Kind of keeps it at bay for a while. Once the van's built out, we'll think about getting a puppy. But I don't want to bring any kind of dog into this kind of makeshift environment where nothing is really. It's just stuff everywhere in here. I don't get to go up that much. That's great. You still need a. Thanks. Great. Do you still need a housing for your refit? Definitely reading that wrong. You still need a housing for your refit. Nice. Thank you, Jason Kelly. All right, you guys, we're coming up on that hour mark. No transmission. Let me read that again. That's good. Do you still need a housing for your transmission? I still need the transmission, is what I still need, like the whole thing. Right now, as you guys seen in the video, it has that like cracked flex plate Bluetooth thing going on, so I haven't been moving very much at all. After seeing that, I was like, I don't even know how it moves, so let's not push our luck. Do you have a girlfriend or family or kids? No girlfriend. I do have family in Newfoundland, and I'm sure all over Canada. And as for kids, no, not that I know of. You gotta go shower and nice to see. I know, right? It's getting out of hand. I mean, I do shower in the sprinklers here every now and then. Not gonna lie. My Patreon members know all about that. But yeah, no, we'll get there soon. It just makes me like once I get that hot water propane shower installed in the van, I'm just gonna appreciate it that much more. VIN, engine size, and year. So my vehicle is I can't. The VIN's all the way up there. It's a 1996 GMC Savannah 2500, and it has the 5.7 liter Vortec 350 small block. The transmission is a one-piece 4L60E, two-wheel drive, 96 Pacific, because they changed the internal shift stuff in all the other years. I was on Facebook in your area. There's a lot of transmissions on there that match what you need. Nah, I wish, Vernon. I really do. They're all two pieces and different years, unfortunately. Yeah, I look every single day, Vernon. I really do. But when it comes down to the specifics, they just won't match up. Even when me and Ben were at Pick and Pull the other day, there was a couple of them where I was like, "Oh, I think it's it," but once I look more into it, it's just not. Unfortunately, I got that one specific year or whatever. You look like you will look for you into. Oh, thank you, Jay-Z the horse. Appreciate you. Look for the transmission outside of the big city because Calgary is a ripoff. No, not so much. I don't mind Calgary at all. I can't search outside Calgary right now because I'm currently locked into Pick and Pull in-store credit. Because when I went to go get a transmission, a 95 transmission with my van being a 96, it didn't work. So I ended up having to return it. Pick and Pull doesn't do cash back. They only do in-store credit. So now I'm locked into that in-store credit system. So it has to come from Pick and Pull. I don't have any funds to go and search on Facebook or go and search on any other scrapyard now. The funds all went to Pick and Pull and their credit system, unfortunately. So that it's a bummer. Hey, Randy, I'm here for a few minutes. Awesome, brother. You just caught us at the end of it. But I'm gonna have another live stream tomorrow or the next day, probably tomorrow. If I got nothing going on tomorrow, you guys will definitely see me tomorrow. But right now, I just want to catch Aaron before he heads out for dropping me off a coffee. Go catch up with him for a bit, and like I said, I'll see you guys all tomorrow for sure. If you guys don't see me tomorrow, I went to Pick and Pull, but you will see me Sunday. If you don't see me tomorrow, you'll see me Sunday. If you can get funds, will you look a little further on Facebook? That's hard, Vernon. Because with me being still, wrapped into in-store credit with Pick and Pull, it sucks. Yes, but that's like $450 worth of in-store credit that I would just, I wouldn't have to use for the transmission in a way. And with the transmission already in a way being paid for through the in-store credit system, um, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's because in a way that would just kind of sit unless I can find something else to use it on. Um, and also, there's no returning it with a guy on Facebook. Also, if it doesn't work, if I had the funds, would I search pick and pull? And if I seen one, would I grab it? Yes, I would. And long story short, yeah, I would. But with me already having that, you know, it's I don't know, you know, I'm kind of in that little stuck in that like I don't even know right now. You can use that in-store credit for other stuff on the van. That is very true, Vernon. You're absolutely right, brother. Um, these are the things that my brain sometimes isn't smart enough to think about. Thankfully, I got you guys all here to have my back. But yeah, I guess if I found one on Facebook, I'd jump right on it if it was the right one. Like I say, if I can find an automatic replacement for this thing, I'll put it in and be on the road tomorrow. But if not, then you know, no doubt I have my battle with pick and pull. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the 4L80E transmission cost about $2,700. Yeah, exactly. Then my white van had that transmission. 2000. Yeah, yeah. They're not cheap if you get someone else to do it for you, and also if you get them rebuilt. That is one of my main reasons for wanting to go to manual. I can maintenance them myself. And the transmission shop said that they are notorious for slipping in second gear. Right? My white van was starting to do that a lot. How much? Ooh, I lost that comment. How much for a new? How much is a new on for the old? I don't understand that comment. Jeezy horse story. How much is a new one for for the gold? Not sure what you mean. But if you have a transmission shop rebuild the 4L80 transmission with a heavier, it'd be a lot better. Yeah, it would be a lot better, Jason Kelly, but I would need to change basically everything about my van. And with all that customizations to go to another automatic transmission, I wouldn't waste my money on it. I want to go manual transmission if I'm going to do any customizations. Even if I was going to go with the transmission personally, I would end up going with like a turbo 400 or a turbo 350 transmission. But again, that requires changing a lot of components on the van. So just drive shaft. A drive shaft can be upwards of $1,500 for another one if you have to switch it. I'm trying to reuse my drive shaft. That is why, why the transmission manual swap. If I do go that route, that's why it lines up so nice with that. So find something on Facebook and private message me on Patreon. I will do that, Vernon. Thank you. I will keep my eye out. But like I say, I've been looking and I haven't seen anything, brother. But if you have the transmission, if you find it the right transmission shop, you can talk to the person and ask if they. Yeah, but still, I would be rebuilding a transmission that is destined to fail. That's why I refused. There's been a number of people offering to help me rebuild this automatic transmission. I'm not going to waste my money, so I wouldn't waste your money on rebuilding that transmission. It's a notoriously weak transmission for GM, and I don't want to do that. If I was going to put another 4L60 in, it's going to be a used one, and we'll run with that until I can get a manual. But I wouldn't waste my money on rebuilding a 4L60E. That just doesn't make any sense. But I got lucky. Oh, that comments just jumped. Just had to give him some collateral. I live in a van, brother. I ain't got nothing for collateral. And give him I don't know, some socks. My stove. The wiring that you fixed was one of their biggest problems. Yes, it was, Randy. Absolutely. But also they are notoriously weak transmissions. How much to rebuild? The rebuild for that transmission is $2,000. But again, I don't see spending $2,000 on a weak transmission. That just doesn't make sense to me. I think he was saying how much it was for a new one. Roughly about 27. Yeah, so if a new one's $2,700, a rebuild is 2,000. So, how much? The 3-speed. Oh, JZ horse. I'm not sure what you're saying, brother. Great vid, and can't wait to see the transmission install. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited for it too. To get rolling again is gonna be awesome. The 4L60 is a 4-speed with an overdrive. I rebuilt my transmission and never had a problem since the time that I had it. Yeah, that's the thing with a 4L60E. I rebuilt my transmission and I never had a problem until I had a problem, or I never had a problem since I had a problem. It's gonna happen again soon, brother. I'm not a big fan of automatic transmissions to begin with. Like I say, if I were to stay with an automatic transmission, I would upgrade to like a Turbo 400, which is notoriously strong. Other than that, then I'm gonna go. The other route is manual, and the manual transmission swap in this van, with it having a 4L60E, is a lot easier and is a lot cheaper than converting it to another style automatic transmission. But you want to change to... No, I want to change to a 5-speed, not a 3-speed. Yeah, 5-speed. Basically a 4-speed with an overdrive, I guess they would call it. I think it is. That's the 5-speed overdrive. The 4L60E and the 80s transmissions have poor electronic connections. Exactly. And it being an electronic connection is exactly the reason I want to get out of automatic transmissions. Anything that has any electronics on it, I want to ditch it, right? I want to have this van be a manual transmission. I want it to run on a carburetor, and I want it to have very little electronics as possible in this thing. As you guys know, I'm going to have a lot of electronics with lights and speakers and everything else going on. For its driving ability, I want it to be, as reliable as possible. I know a lot of people think, well, carburetors are not reliable. To me, I find they are. And also, with it being manual, if you ever had a dead battery on an automatic, you need a boost. Me, I could push it. There's a lot of benefits and flaws of each way. Like I say, I wouldn't go manual to be fast. I know, drag race guy, automatic's the way to go if you want to go fast. I'm going manual for simply personal preference. Okay, I thought you wanted to install it. Yeah, it's going to have a clutch pedal. I'm not sure what you're trying to say, JZ Horse. What's the first thing you are going to do when you get your van running? Car show. Or at least just get away from city for a little bit. Anyway, you guys, we're just a little over an hour here. We're going to pop back on again tomorrow around the same time. If not, then like I say, I've gone to pick and pull again. If if I don't go live tomorrow, I will go live Sunday. I will set it a few hours ahead, kind of like I did today, so you guys can all get a little notice. Yeah, we'll see you guys all soon. The TBI was a good fuel system, and I've never had a TBI system go bad on me. I'll say that. I will say that, Randy. I got nothing bad to say about TBI, fuel injection, nothing like that. Like I say, this van for me is being built on personal preference and how I want it to be. When I think of hot rod, I think of manual, and I think of carburetor. Some electronic dumps when you want to have fun and be loud. I don't need to do burnouts like crazy, go drifting. Even though it is the drifter, it's more of like the town drifter, like the country style drifter, where he used to just kind of go across the country. Not in the drifter sense of like we going like Ken Block this van. I understand it's a van. It's almost like trying to make this into a drag race van. You're trying to make like 8,000 pounds go heavy once it's built. Trying to go make 8,000 pounds go fast when it's all fully built. So that ain't unless I go diesel, but I don't want to do that. Look at an older van, 70s, 3-speed manual on the tree. Yeah, that's super cool, but I would not want to drive a 3-speed on the tree daily. I'm trying to get away from this column shift nonsense. Anyway, you guys, I'll catch up with you guys again soon. I'll see you all tomorrow or the next day on another live stream. And once we can get, a little more ahead of what's going on here, we can get a transmission in. The videos will continue full force. But for right now, being stuck, sitting, not being able to go very far, videos are there's not much content. I just want to just sit here with me all day. Anyway, hope you guys all have a good day, and we'll see you again soon. Remember, never give up on living life, because life is the most precious thing we have.